Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim. Last time we cleared out Cradle Crush Rock. This time we're headed to Mixwater Mill, but first we're going to deal with the dragon, who's decided that he wants a piece. Looks like it's a piddly little blood dragon, and he's frost elemental, so if we manage to get him down and use flames on him, it'll do extra damage, because it's his elemental weakness. Well, he killed a wolf. Oh, and look, he led me right to that ore vein I was searching for in the last game. That's nice. Even though he's in the air, he was in range of my flame spell there. So you can see his frost breath attack barely touches us. We have 80% frost resist. If you combine our 30 general magic resist with our racially innate 50% frost resist, so he can't do much to me. That's great. His bites don't do that much either. Yeah, we can just keep going the way we're doing. I think we'll be just fine. Just hope he doesn't get distracted on the side of the road somewhere else. If they do, I'd rather keep this between me and him. The only time you'll see me use a spell other than flames is if we fight a fire elemental dragon, in which case I'll probably switch over to frostbite just to take advantage of the elemental weakness. Not only that, if I tried to use flames on a fire elemental dragon, it would do 1/4 damage. It's just, it isn't strong enough. We've already got his health halfway down. He's barely touched us, even when we let him bite us. Alright. He's gonna stay down now. That's what that actually means. We've weakened him sufficient for that. Gained 2 ranks in destruction just fighting him. That's pretty cool. And I'm a little bit damaged, so I want to avoid getting bitten. Okay. Now I'm in the danger range, so as you can see, I really didn't think I was in range of the fight there. Back off a bit just so we can heal up. Oh, how convenient, a potion of ultimate healing. I'd still rather heal with restoration magic, even if we have to go gradually. Let's just keep him in range, so we can dodge these bigger attacks he's doing. Okay, I think we should be good to go in and finish him off now. Got him. No problem. Alright, well, let's search him. Unfortunately, he's elected to only give us 1 dragon scale. So I need 24 more. Actually, I need 27 more, if you count what I need for Hearthfire. But he's down. You can't feed on dragon corpses even with savage feeding, but I appreciate the soul. And we have a wolf corpse to process now. soon as I finish healing up, I'll be back. You can see Mixwater Mill just down there. Corpse go. There it is. I will just wait 24 hours and then reanimate the wolf. Put our armor back on. And it's that easy. So my carry weight's at 177. I'm doing just fine. Well, let's head down to the mill. Now, there are more locations up that road. I want to save them so I won't be back tracing the road. Just kind of want to get a foothold here in East March and make another friend at a wood mill. Well, let's just start at this waterfall. Call that our starting point and start working our way. Looks like we're going east. Then we have a Mora Tapanella, a couple of mountain flowers. Shouldn't be any enemies. This place does get attacked by dragons pretty frequently, but we just handled a dragon, so we should be fine. There's several mountain flowers on the road leading up to it. A couple here by the first building. And there we've discovered Mixwater Mill, so let me go take it off my location list. Obviously we won't be clearing this one, because it's not a hostile location. Note the chicken there. What I do want to do is start by going a little bit past it, because there's usually at least one goat on the road here. Fine. And there's a second one up there, so I'll make sure to take care of both of them. He dropped a single goat horn, so I need 65 more. What about the second one? Let's get up there after him, too. He's down, and he doesn't drop a horn. So now we're in the kind of hot springs area of East March, or at least on the edge of it. You can really see it across the way there. Lots of interesting ingredients here. You saw creep clusters growing on the ground. It's the first time we've seen that. And this is also the area where you can naturally harvest jazzbay grapes. If you haven't found 20 of those yet, it's worth poking around here and looking for some, just so you have them ready in advance of the actual quest. Well, let's take a peek at the river over here. I definitely hear a dragonfly. There's another one. I was going to say, you always expect to see them in a group of 3, unless you inadvertently scare one off. The river's moving too fast for anything to be in it. I don't see anything on the opposite bank. Let's get in here behind the mill. The mill's master doesn't seem to be out working right now. That's fine. Let's check out the river behind the mill. Oh yeah, one other ingredient that naturally grows in this area. A fairly good one, with some of the effects you can get, are dragon's tongues. They naturally grow here too. So there's just, I seem to remember one iron ore vein on the other bank, but I'm not seeing it. Not that I need iron ore, but you know, it's a chance at one of the last 2 gems I need every time I mine one. I could have sworn there was one, but I don't see it. I don't really see anything. Alright, well, let's power up our werewolf with those 2 goat corpses. Oh wait, let's search on land behind the house. There's a snowberry here. Nothing behind the actual mill. We can go ahead and search the outside, I suppose. There's a wood chopping block. So for the favor quest here, we'll just want to chop 1 little bit of wood. That's all it takes to make friends with most mill owners. Now I have that. Couldn't help but spot that snowberry. So there are 2 buildings here. 3 if you count the wood mill, but it doesn't have an interior zone. You have the worker's house, which looks poorly kept, and it is. There's the actual mill. There are 3 chickens' nests, so let's go ahead and harvest all of those. Not that we need the eggs, but I'm not going to stop being a completionist. And then the master's house, Gilfre. Now's a good time, I guess, to mention everybody we've met so far who's a candidate for marriage. In Riverwood, your candidates are Camilla Valerius, who I will probably end up marrying because as I look at the UESP, she's the only one, well, she's the only female who becomes a general merchant, which makes her extremely useful because you can offload all of your gear at your house. You can of people we've found so far, you can marry Ayla the Huntress, but well, let's keep it to Riverwood for now. First place we found. So Camilla, her property's not too great. You can move into the Riverwood Trader with her and her brother. But if you move her into your own house, she becomes a Bellathor-style merchant who will accept anything, which is very useful and is probably the reason I'll choose her. I think that's it for females in Riverwood. If you're a female character or a homosexual, you gotta keep in mind there are also men you can marry, although I don't think there are any in Riverwood. No. But, so then you have Whiterun. You can marry Ayla the Huntress. Her property consists of her bedroom in Jorvaskr, and she doesn't become any kind of merchant, so she's not a lot of people like the aesthetics of marrying her, but in terms of benefits, she's not a great choice. She can be a follower, but she'll follow you even if you don't marry her. So, I don't think she's too useful at all. Then you have Janassa, the mercenary dark elf from the Drunken Huntsman. She has no property of her own, doesn't become a merchant of any kind. The only real benefit is if you marry her, she'll follow you for free instead of having to pay the 500 gold. But yeah, if you want to have her follow you, 500 gold really isn't much. You can marry Lydia, the housecarl, but again, her property is your property, literally. She lives in Breezehome, and there are no benefits. She's a follower, but she's a follower anyway, so again, she's one a lot of people like the aesthetics of, and there just aren't a lot of benefits. So other people we've found so far, you can marry Nyada Stonearm, the mean companion who can train you in block, but she has no property of her own, doesn't become any kind of merchant. Only benefit is she's a follower, but as with Aella, once you complete the companion's quest line, she follows you anyway. So there's no extra benefit to marrying her. You can marry Rhea, the Imperial companion, there in Jorvaskr. Exact same deal as Nyana. No property. She becomes a follower, but she's a follower anyway after you finish the companion's quest line. So not a lot of reason to do that. You can marry Uthgerd the Unbroken, who you might remember we had a fist fight with. She does have property, Uthgerd's house, which isn't a bad little starter home. Hold on, give me a second. Wednesday at noon, my computer tried to run a virus scan. That would have crippled our game, so I had to pause it. Uthgerd the Unbroken, she's a follower, and she does have a house, so she beats some people, but you can actually sleep in her house for free after you win the fist fight, and she'll follow you regardless, so no real benefit there. Isolde, who we met in Whiterun, is a candidate that a lot of people like, but I'm looking at the UESP, and despite all of her talk of being a merchant, she doesn't become one that you can use. All that dialogue means is that if either Hulda or Bellathor are killed, Isolde will take over their stores, but she doesn't become a merchant who lives at your house. She does have her house, but it's that crappy little one in the back of Whiterun, so again, not a very compelling candidate in terms of benefits. You can ignore the benefits and just marry the one who you like aesthetically, but I'm going to choose Camilla because having a general merchant inside your house is just too efficient for me to pass up. The men in Whiterun, you can marry Aethys, the Dark Elf companion from Jorvaskr, but he has no property, and the only benefit is he follows you, but he would follow you anyway. You have Farkas, the companion. Same deal as the others. He at least has a bedroom in Jorvaskr that's technically his property, but he becomes a follower, and he'd be a follower anyway. You can marry... I'm looking through the list. Alphabetical order. You can marry Torvar, the drunk companion in Whiterun, but he has no property, and the only benefit is he's a follower, which, is not all that awesome. And you can marry Vilkas, the companion. He has a bedroom in Jorvaskr and becomes a follower, but that's it. The reason I decided to have this discussion is because once we do her favor, Gilfre, here at the Mixwater Mill, becomes a candidate for marriage, and her house is a pretty good starter home if you want to marry her, but that's really the only benefit she's got. She doesn't become any kind of merchant, she can't follow you, so yeah, we won't be marrying her, but it is an option. And from now on, I'll announce every time we run into someone who is a marriage candidate, so we don't have to have a big, long discussion like the one we just had. We've got a blue mountain flower here at the front. Since no one is around, let's clear the porch. You should wait until you chop wood for her to take the stuff inside the house, because it becomes free to take. But for whatever reason, this stuff on the porch, it's flagged as owned, but not by her. So making friends with her does not make any of that free to take. Let's get out of sight, just in case she comes outside. Got a couple of mountain flowers I missed in my eagerness to chase down those goats. And let us feed on their corpses and increase our power. We only need 4 more werewolf perks. Of course, you have to do a lot of feedings to get those last 4, but those are going pretty darn quickly, truth be told. Alright, let's do the good old-fashioned 24-hour wait. Holy hell, there's another goat. I knew there were 3. Wonder where he was when we first showed up. Doesn't matter much, he's mine now. And he didn't drop any horns, go figure. Well, we'd better beast swarm again really quickly, just so we can go ahead and feed on him. Sorry about that, I don't know where he was, because all 3 are normally right here. I wonder why they're not dropping any horns. Guess I'm burning them off. They're susceptible to fire. Alright, so after we reanimate these goats, we will try and track down Gilfre. We'll give her that firewood we chopped, and then we'll search her houses. It's been a while since we had any of this to do, but we will pickpocket Gilfre as well. Not that I expect her to have anything useful, but such are the demands of completionism. And you never know, she might have a necklace of disease resistance or a necklace of poison resistance and be able to get that last spell off our list, or last enchanting effect. Alright, 3 punches, then flames. Pretty straightforward, however you deal with things. Alright, just 2 more. No big deal, you can see where they're sitting. Come on now. There we go. Oh, too early. Same deal on the last one. Gilfre doesn't seem to want to come outside and work. It could make things complicated, because we won't be able to sell our firewood if we trespass into our house. We'll see. There's usually a way to finagle these people into doing what we need. And now we should be safe, so it's a good time to just start spamming Mage Light. I don't see Gilfre out here. That actually does make it a good time to pick the lock on our door. Oh, maybe not. The house is unlocked. Well, I'm gonna go search the worker's house. It's abandoned and nothing... You can take anything inside without it being considered stealing. Hope you noticed our carry weight's up to a nice even 400. Makes me happy because we've been raising stamina so long. I guess I'll just spam some Mage Lights. Got nothing else to do with my magicka right now. I'll just clear out the house. Don't really have anything to worry about. No one here. And none of it is considered stealing. Of course, all the chests are empty. And you can't really get anything too valuable, but, you know, everything is worth a little bit. And every little bit helps. Alright, that's it for the worker's house. Let's go see about Gilfre. Of course, I just realized if her house is unlocked, we should be able to go in and talk to her without it being considered trespassing.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
Alright, let's pick her pocket. At least everything except the key, because we do want to pick the door open.
Keep your hands to yourself. There's plenty of good wood around here, but I just can't harvest it all by myself. Everyone able-bodied is fighting. Of course, without functioning mills, who will make the arrows for our soldiers? Men have no sense of irony. Yes?
I have firewood to sell.
Honest gold for honest work. See ya.
Okay, so that's a favor quest for East March. It's just chop wood for Gilfre at Mixwater Mill, so I can pull that off my list.
Now here's a man I'm glad to see. Huh? Huh?
I thought she had more dialogue than that. That doesn't matter. Everything in the house is free to take now. So I'll go ahead and do that. Especially since she just left. Let's be on the lookout for new books. So far, none. Few things we do still have to steal, so it's useful that she went outside. Who knows why she's doing it in the middle of the night. And here's a book we've already read, The Marksmanship Lesson. Another copy of that skill book if you happen to be missing the first one. Oh good. Now we can pick the lock on her house. I'll break my 2 spare picks and then do that. Okay, and now we can finish pickpocketing her. Hey, alteration to 72. There we
I
go.
used to have 5 good men who worked the mill with me. Then this war started and they all ran off. Idiots with legal blood. There's plenty of good wood around here, but
Okay,
I just can't harvest it all by myself.
that's it.
Everyone able-bodied is fighting.
We just missed her first line, so that's it for Mixwater Mill. So let's head on back to Whiterun. There was one other thing I wanted to do. I can't quite fully complete step 2 of my crafting cycle, but I can go most of the way. So I'll do that just before I forget again.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I didn't see any red dots, so I think we're okay.
An archer, eh? I've got just what you need.
offload. We got an iron dagger and a woodcutter's axe. No armor, but a lot of food. Oh well. It's certainly not worth reloading. Okay, I can sell him 9 of these chicken eggs. Still need to hold on to 1, because I want to discover that last effect. Alright. Now let's wait in here for
very much for
5
your
hours till the other shops are open. We were easily able to sell everything to Elrendir, so there's no reason to visit Adrian or Ulfberg. For my part, I'll just go straight to Breezeholm to start with.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course.
To check on Lucia's chest.
Oh, it took years, but I earned my way to the top. I own Gilfre Farms.
You're back! I got you a present, Papa. I hope you like it.
That was weird, but she gave me a new book I haven't read yet called The Pig Children. Well, let's give that one a read. The Pig Children by Tyston Bain. Let me find it on my list. No one, not the oldest dark elf of Mount Dagothur or the ancient sage of Solitude himself, can recall a time when the orc did not ravage our fair Tamriel. Whatever foul and pestilent daedra of oblivion conjured them up, could scarcely have created a more constant threat to the well-being of the civilized races of Tamriel than the obnoxious orc. Orcs are thankfully easy to recognize from other humanoids by their size, commonly 40 pertons in height and 15,000 angades in weight, their brutal pig-like features, and their stench. They are consistently belligerent, morally grotesque, intellectually moronic, and unclean. By all rights, the civilized races of Tamriel should have been able to purge the land of their blight eras ago, but their ferocity, animal cunning, and curious tribal loyalty have made them inevitable as leeches in a stagnant pool. Tales of orcish barbarity precede written record. When Jastiaga wrote of the Order of Diagnas joining the armies of Daggerfall and Sentinel to hold at bay the wicked orcs in their foul Orsinium fastness and burn Odd in cleansing flame in First Era 950, she assumed that any reader would be aware of the savagery of the orcs. When the siege was completed 30 years later, after the death of many heroes, including Gaiden Shinji, and the destruction of Orsinium scattered the orcish survivors throughout the Rothgarian mountains, she further wrote, "The free peoples rejoiced for that their ancient fell enemy was dispersed into diverse parts. Obviously the orcs had been terrorizing the region of the Iliac Bay, at least since the early years of the First Era." Well, there you go. Somebody hates some orcs. We do have a few stolen items to drop off. Can look through here to find those. The silver ring. The potion of plentiful stamina. The potion of vigor and the potion of vigorous healing. Food. The alto wine. The grilled leeks. All the salmon meat. Any of this? No. Oh yes, salt pile. Books. The marksmanship lesson will be flagged as stolen because it's expensive. Now let's look through my clutter. One bucket. Alright, I think that's it.
Wraith is a big meanie. She keeps telling
Let's put the one
Larson.
dragon scale we found in here. Actually, let me think.
To do. I don't want to play with her.
So let me pull the other three out right quick, along with my iron ingots, leather, and leather strips. Because I think I might be able to make my dragon scale shield now. I'll have to see. In the meantime, the goat horns we found go in here. I think that's the only other useful bit we found. Lucia's doing her chores. That's good. Now let's see if we can make a dragon scale shield. I think with a 4th dragon scale in hand I'll be able to.
You're someone who can get things done. I like that.
Yes, good. Alright, so I'll make the dragon scale shield, which will allow me to sell the elven shield I still have sitting in the cupboard inside.
Got some good pieces out here we're looking to buy.
Watch the map.
Yeah, let's pull the elven shield out and put the dragon scale shield in. So as soon as heavy armor is maxed, I already have a full suit of dragon scale to switch into. That's fantastic. Right, for the rest, for now, I'm just going to offload. But there's something else I want to do before leaving town. Alright, let's see if
Have you
she'll
met
buy
my
anything.
father? Take a look.
I mean, I can sell her the elven shield. I'm more interested in making sure there's nothing else I should sell her. Here we go. Cowhide, goat hide, iron ore, and the wolf pelt. I need to hold on to those
Don't forget to check inside
ingots,
the shop.
leather, and leather strips. I almost forgot to put them back. Reason being, I still need, in order to have a full rotation, to have all my spells free to cast,
Long life to you.
I need to make 2 more dragon scale armors and 2 more dragon scale helmets. That's what this seeming extra iron, leather, and leather strips are for.
Papa!
It's also why I need so many more dragon scales. At which point will I be able to create these things? Let me go track that right quick.
I help my father in more ways than people realize.
Armors require... Armors require 4, and helmets require 2. Okay.
You think all the counsel my father provides to
Oh,
laws
good.
is his alone?
Let's go visit Arcadia. Just to deal with ingredients and potions and whatnot.
Take a good look around. I'm sure. What do
I
you
think
need?
still, at this late moment,
so
the
you're
only
an
one I'm
alchemist then.
fear and resist shock. Nope. We need frenzy, resist fire, and resist poison. So let's sell her these others. Just watching for lingering damage stamina. It's the only one I'm still carrying around. Apparently Arcadia can buy dragon bones. And we'll have to sell the rest of those to Bellathor. So let's look for either lingering damage stamina or an unknown. Ectoplasm. What's the one it's missing? Fortify Magica. Alright, let's go back up and see if anything has that. Jazzbay grapes have it.
Come back anytime.
Let's go
if you
make
need a
that
remedy.
potion. Ectoplasm and Jazzbay grapes. That gives us Fortify Magica, the final effect for Ectoplasm, and I can take it off the list. Beautiful. It's bizarre to me that Arcadia won't buy Dragon Furnace.
Pardon me. So you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
Let's give her that potion. And let's get right back to it. Nope. 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 And nope. Alright, so we're good as far as she goes. Let's go visit
Farewell.
Bellathor.
Go cast your faster magic something. Let me know if you see anything you like.
Okay, Bellathor.
Everything's... Take a look.
Let's start by looking here. Nope, nothing. And nothing. Alright. You can take shoes. You can take dragonflies. You can take all these books. And you can take all this clutter. Including the 2 dragon bones. And that's it. Alright.
Do come back.
Now, one more thing I'd like to do is push up the crafting cycle just a little bit and make sure I'm not carrying anything I shouldn't be. Just arrows. Alright, good. So,
Honored.
let's get in here. I'm missing a Falmer helmet that's preventing me from completing step 2. But let's do everything else. Let's take 4 of the potions we made. Let's take 4 of my Grand Soul Gems. Burn the black one just so the rest is uniform. 2, 3, 4. And then I need 1 of my circlets, 1 of my gauntlets, 1 of my necklaces, and 1 of my rings. Now, we need to go to Dragon's Reach.
Yes?
Do you get to the Cloud District very often?
Why am I not sprinting? There's no reason not to.
What does the Empire do? Nothing! Nay, worse than nothing!
I might just be a servant among lords.
Okay, so I'm going to call these Gear of Lesser Alchemy. So start by quaffing one of your potions. And quickly get in here. Just pick one of the items, so I'll do the gauntlets. The enchantment, Fortify Alchemy. And your soul gem. So let me rename the item right quick, just so I can track them all. Call these Gauntlets of Lesser Alchemy. And their created potions are 26% more powerful. So back out, drink another potion, and repeat the process
Divine
for
smile.
all those little bits of gear. And now I'll do the circlet. Just Fortify Alchemy, Grand Soul Gem. We'll call this the Circlet of Lesser Alchemy. Put that on. Drink another potion.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors.
So I can grab the ring next. Just Fortify Alchemy for now. This will be the Ring of Lesser Alchemy.
It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone.
And last one, and you can actually see in the lower right it's behaving as though our enchanting skill was 115. Let's grab the necklace, Fortify Alchemy, Grand Soul Gem, and this is the Necklace of Lesser Alchemy. Now why do I need a Falmer helmet? Because you can wear a Falmer helmet and a circlet at the same time. The Falmer helmet is one of only 3 helmets in the game, the others being the Jagged Crown and the Penitus Oculatus helmet, that only occupy the face slot. Your head is actually comprised of 2 slots, head and face, and most helmets occupy both, but circlets only occupy the head, and those 3 pieces of gear only occupy the face. So ultimately what we can get is 5 pieces of gear, each with a 26% Fortify Alchemy enchantment, which adds up to a total of 130% Fortify Alchemy for the next round of potions we make. You can see where this is going. Bethesda hard capped as far as you could go with it, so we're going to go to the hard cap. Anyway, let me just go drop off all my gear of lesser alchemy here at the
Come by Bellathor's shop at the market. I'm sure we've got some.
here at the end table where I keep my crafting cycle materials.
That big tree in the park looks so sad.
It's all just gear. Circlet, gauntlets, necklace, and ring of lesser alchemy.
I feel sorry for it.
Make sure I'm not toting anything else I don't want to be. Nope, 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 nope. All good. So now we've truly gone as far as we can until we find our first Falmer helmet. Well, I guess I can keep making dragon scale armor as I find scales too, but that's it. So, let's do this, and now that we're done at Mixwater Mill, the next place I want to go is actually back out west. We're going to fast travel to Fort Greymore, and our next loop is going to take us down into and all the way through Falkreath Hold by way of Brittleshin Pass. Let's fast travel to Fort Greymore, and we'll leave it there. Oh, our next target is that giant camp you see off to the south. That's a place called Secunda's Kiss, and we'll be going there next time. Until then, this has been Let's Play Skyrim, and I would just like to thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.